if we do give you a ticket, we're going to breach you on your probation for keep peace. We're going to bring you to jail.
Yeah, leave.
2, 3 baseball bats by the door.
I want you to come to the door here, Todd.
No, this isn't the criminal. This is a cop. Sergeant Alex Brennan heads up a small team within the RNC. Made up of hand-picked, skilled officers, they're covert, proactive, not reactive. Brennan and his team go after wanted criminals and stop culprits before they do the crime.
Generally, we're really interested in the people who were prolific offenders, people who were repeat offenders.
Here, let's turn around and see what we end up finding here.
So we go out and stand on a street corner, or we go and mix with a crowd. We're like ghosts. You can float around and no one's going to detect who you are. It depends what kind of persona that you want to have. You know, some people might dress up different ways. I generally try to dress up as a blue-collar laborer, that type of thing, and it's allowed me to have great performances in terms of being able to execute my duties that I would have thought I would never have been able to do it, but yeah.
Oh, the girls are going to have to discover you, man.
No, that's what I'm looking at paper for.
Listen, good luck.
Now he's coming out from undercover and has agreed to talk.
Chris, you recognize him?
But let's back it up a bit.
How's everyone doing? Lindsay, we're just starting up now. So anyways, anything we need to be aware of, any protection orders or anything that my team should focus on tonight? Or?
Yeah, we have a few files going on there, if you want to take a look at them.
Okay. Any weapons involved? Or?
Before heading out for the night, Brennan and his team check in here at the domestic violence unit. When abusive partners are told to stay away, they don't always listen. That's where Brennan's team comes in.
When the domestic violence unit contacts CEO and says, we've got concerns, they got bloody good reasons to have concern about having someone checked up on. Just email them up to me. I'll pass them out to the team and we'll take it from there.
Sounds good.
All right, anyways, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Steve, anything new going on in the armed robbery section that Compliance Enforcement Orders Unit needs to be aware of?
Right now we had 2 armed robberies recently.
Next stop, the General Investigation Unit. This is where crimes like armed robberies and break-and-enters are investigated. Remember that string of armed robberies in November? Brennan's team was called on to join a special task force to share intelligence and to do surveillance work. It was dubbed Operation Renegade.
9 arrests in Renegade. We contributed towards 4 or 5 arrests in terms of what happened there. And in one of the cases, we happened to have been sitting on a store that actually got hit, and the officer happened to have been sitting outside the store, got on the radio, armed robbery going down at XYZ store. You guys have any of the CEO members signed on yet?
But tonight, Brennan and his team have an unexpected challenge.
So we have a warrant for a female, and we have a team that's actually out following the individual around. So if I can get my team together fast enough, we'll be able to take that person down. She had certain conditions to abide by. Something's happened, Corrections Canada issued a warrant.
Brennan wasn't told why this woman needed to be arrested, only that there was a warrant for her arrest. But she's no stranger to these officers, and while she didn't resist arrest, she was hiding something from the cops.
So we think it's crystal meth, eh? So what you're seeing is kind of a crystal type of power here. So we'll take this back to the property room now. We'll record it away. It'll go to our drug section, they'll run tests on it, and whatever the tests come back with, it'll be what we think it is. Obviously, they're not carrying that because it happens to be a little bit of sugar to taste later on.
The drugs will be held as evidence, but the night isn't over yet. Before heading out again, Sergeant Alex Brennan and his partner stop here. Bags of what's believed to be crystal meth were taken off a woman earlier this evening. Now it's going into evidence.
So what's happening now is Chris has filled a form out. He's identified how many packets of what's going in there. He'll put it in, it'll be sealed, and then we'll put that into a vault.
Back at headquarters, the team maps out a plan for the evening.
And you two guys work the falls and the targets that you have. I'll tell you now, the guys on my team are kick-ass. They do a really good job of picking people up. A lot of them will remember names and faces. They're really good.
With an arrest already under their belts, the night is still far from over.
Let's go out and see what we come up with. Yeah, we're going to a location in the center part of town. So in this particular case here, we have a person who's on some court orders. I believe this person was involved with the Southlands incident and is a youth. So we're going to go and make sure they're in compliance with what the expectations is. This is a case that shocked a lot of people in the city. All right, we'll take the fall with us just in case we need it.
It's back to jail if these teens don't comply with their court orders, keeping the peace, staying away from drugs, alcohol, and weapons. They're also not allowed to speak with over 70 people.
Okay, so Chris will let you do the approach, okay?
But Brennan and his partner are under no illusions that calls haven't already started, with each accused person warning the others that the cops are coming.
Police department.
Part of the compliance enforcement of orders, we're checking on your conditions, your curfew, sobriety, stuff like that, okay? Make sure you're abiding by it. Can you turn on the light?
On your face. What happened? When we asked him to turn on the light, we could clearly see he had a mark on his left eye, and there was bruising around it. Sometimes that would be indicative of a street fight, but obviously there was a blunt force that met the side of his face.
Not enough evidence for a breach, but enough for a warning.
My instinct is that he's lying to me, but I can't arrest him based on a instinct. But like I said, he's going to be getting more attention.
Then suddenly there's a call from the other half of Brennan's team.
It's heading west on Blackmarsh, you said? Heading back towards Count Heights, Sarge. We're going to head to the address, Scott. Jensen Camp Road, Sarge.
Jensen Camp Road, gotcha. Is this time sensitive?
They think they might have in the car.
A teen wanted on a warrant may be close by. Police are worried about his safety. The neighborhood is suspicious. The officers split up and try their best to blend in.
Yeah, talk to me, bro. What's time to go? I'm still at that location. Where you at?
No luck. The missing teen isn't there, and Brennan and his partner are starting to attract attention. There's no time to waste.
Let's take a run up by the clubhouse and see what's going on here. At a motorcycle gang in St. John's. They're actually operating out of a sports bar. You've got activity inside, but someone looking out a window upstairs. But I don't see any motorcycles here, so there's some people in there. So we like to keep an eye on places that are of interest to us or interest to other police officers, because you don't know what you're going to come across. Police department.
Next stop, the East End. A woman here is on house arrest, and Brennan wants to keep tabs on her.
So 1 camera, 2 cameras, 3 baseball bats by the door. Yeah.
So glad to see you haven't been drinking any alcohol or anything, have you?
All right, cool.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See ya.
She's got 2 baseball bats right by the side of the door. I guess you don't know when a baseball game is going to break out. You know, a lot of times we'll stop cars in the middle of winter and there's chains by the driver of the store, there's a lug wrench jammed down between the stick shift, baseball bat jammed down by the passenger seat. Not illegal to carry baseball bats, but it's all indicative of drug trade.
One more stop in Paradise, where a young man is out on bail after his murder conviction was overturned by Canada's top court. Major Crimes wants Brennan's team to make sure he's not breaching his conditions while waiting for a second trial.
Hi, police department.
Hey, what's up? Curfew check, man. Perfect. Yeah.
About 90% of people comply with their court orders. Those who don't could end up with a warrant for their arrest.
Yeah, you know what? Those are good at avoiding the police, but you know what? We catch up to you. So, you know what? For anyone who has a warrant out there, here's what I would say to you. Please contact Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, turn yourselves in, because sooner or later we are going to find you, and it's not going to be under any pleasant circumstances.
It's not for everyone. There are no marked cars, no sirens, no uniforms. Most people wouldn't even recognize them as police officers. But Alex Brennan says it's old-fashioned police work and the most exciting job he's ever done.
We'll just keep doing what we do and keep the machine going.
Ariana Kelland, CBC News, St. John's.